Tom Segura is a full-blown psychopath, completely unsympathetic, self-centered, narcissistic, consumed by his own ego type ass dude. Reality is going to hit him hard. And I mean hard. And I don't think Segura knows what's coming for him, dude. Anyways, Christina finally spoke about the divorce that we all have been knowing about for the past couple of weeks. And she had this to say.
Look, I don't mean to think that I'm all peace and love. I wasn't at the beginning. I was very angry and very upset. And then, but as a child of divorce and as, I didn't want to be my mother who was like, your father is this and that. The father is a piece of shit. And I'm like, why? My kids are half of Tom.
Right.
So if I'm crapping on Tom, I'm on who half of they are.
That's right.
And if there's anybody, like, I know it's hard but it's worth it because you're sparing your children the misery of your suffering.
Yeah.
Because my mother was so bad at shielding me from her animosity towards my father, and it just destroyed me.
Yeah.
This is just an unfortunate thing. But we're going to be okay. Tom and I are, just so everybody knows, like, we are amicable. This is not an ugly divorce. Like, we're cool, dude. It's been 20 years and we met in our 20s. Like, we met as kids. So, people changes. It's just one of those things. And I just also want to say to people who are, because I haven't really looked at social media, but from what I've understood, some people are taking teams like Team Christina or Team Tom. Please don't do that.
It sounds like this has been terrorizing her for years, and she said to herself, she is a child of divorce. This is definitely, traumatizing for her. But shout out to her. She kept it classy. She didn't bash Tom. She kept it respectful throughout the entire time. She actually even defended Tom. And, I really feel for the kids, in every single divorce, if there's kids involved, I truly feel for them. You never want to see this for them. But one thing I do know is that Christina is going to do everything in her power to ensure that her kids don't go through the same suffering and grueling pain that she did growing up as a child of divorce. But with that being said, where the fuck is Tom? Where the hell is Tom, dude? Christina is obviously suffering. This woman is grieving, and Tom is nowhere to be found. Listen, if I was Tom, I would have announced it together in the same podcast. I wouldn't have left my former partner out there alone in the wild to grieve and suffer without my support next to her, even if we are divorced. She is the mother of your children. I would have done this together. I wouldn't have ditched her. We would have endured the pain together. I would have ripped it off like a Band-Aid. And I would have been transparent with my own fan base, because that's the fan base right there that they're talking to. And then go on a hiatus. I would have come home simply for this episode and then leave. Transparency is key, not just with your own fan base, but also with Christina. Show her that even though you are divorced, you guys are still in this together. You guys still own a podcast together. But no, this dickhead is nowhere to be found. Here's my take. I think this was a common theme throughout their entire marriage. Tom just being nowhere to be found. Thus, Christina being alone, having to deal with her emotions alone, there being no communication. I think Christina is possibly used to this isolation already. Meanwhile, Tom is out here freaking enjoying his own life, being away from his kids, possibly cheating. The way I see it, I think Christina did her very best to keep this marriage afloat. She did absolutely everything to save this marriage, but Tom didn't budge. Tom did not give a fuck. He did not fight to save his own marriage. My message to Christina would be this. Let it all out now. I know it's obviously emotional right now. Let it all out right now. Cry it out, but don't lose sleep over this man. You know what I mean? Like, don't lose sleep over a guy who didn't love you. Find yourself a partner who actually loves you. And I think once this actually settles in, she's going to move on. And, she's a strong woman. But honestly, and I'm not one to kick somebody when they're down, even though Tom's not there. But I think reality is going to hit Tom hard. I think karma's going to bite him in the ass, bro. Oh my goodness. Tom getting skinny really inflated his freaking ego. Like, he thought that he was immortal now. This man thought that everyone should freaking bow down and kiss his toes whenever he enters a room. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't get it. I used to be a bit of a chunkadunk. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I still am to a certain degree. Look at arms. But when I lost weight, my ego didn't inflate. Instead, my confidence increased. I felt much better about myself and my appearance, but my ego didn't skyrocket like this motherfucker did. Anyways, in this video, we're going to talk about Tom Segura just being the ultimate full-fledged top tier celestial asshole that he is. Us poors, we know, but at the same time, this right here, leaving your ex-wife out here to speak to your own audience that you developed and manufactured and cultivated over the course of the years together, and you left her out there by herself to deal with this scumbag. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it.
Address it to the audience. Yes, Tom and I are divorcing, and it is extremely sad. It's sorry, I don't know if I was going to cry this soon. It is very sad. That being said, we have tried to work it out for several years for the sake of our children and our family, and we gave it all we could. But we just couldn't work things out. We are no longer a couple, but we make the children a priority. And, look, we had 20 amazing years together, and that's a really good run, I think, in a marriage. 20 years together, and
I think she beat cancer twice. I really do. Like, she probably doesn't know this right now, but she really is about to embark in her new golden era. I know it's very tough right now, but she really is the winner in the situation. She is leaving a toxic relationship, a manipulative guy, and she's going to come out on top on this one. She probably doesn't know it now, but she will know it in the future.
Had a very successful marriage. We created this. We have comedy careers. We, most importantly, created a family. But I wanted to address the audience specifically because we've been through a lot together. For those of you that have listened to us since the very beginning, we've been through Tom and I getting married and living in Silver Lake and being two broke comics. We've been through births and deaths, tragic accidents, cancer, COVID, all the things. And I want you to know that I'm still your mom, and I'm still here, and we will survive. We will get through this bull like we have gotten through everything else in life.
But here's the thing that gets me. She's doing this by herself. Duncan is not fucking Tom. Duncan Trussell, and he actually did. Duncan Trussell, I'm gonna get to him in a bit, but Tom Segura should have been right here with her. Look at her crying. She's like, I don't understand. Like, he should have been out there saying, yeah, both of us, we did not, unfortunately, were able to save our marriage. Even if you were faking it, just be there to not only support her, but support your own crew, your producers, your entire staff that's there. You're ditching your own, not even your ex-wife, but your work partner out there alone. Christina is out here smoking cigs while Tom is out here making silent films in Hollywood right now. And mind you, Tom has made a mockery of Christina throughout the course of the years. Like, there's a lot of viral clips right now, resurfacing obviously after this divorce. He trolled her during her cancer diagnosis. He even brought on some fucking, some porn star as a quote unquote replacement for Christina while she was out with cancer. Like, all these, heartless skits, all these, just sociopath tendencies that this motherfucker has. And lastly, before I show you these other clips, shout out to Duncan Trussell, because if you watch the entire clip or the entire podcast, Duncan Trussell was a very supportive friend. He actually was chiming in jokes when needed, obviously to lighten the situation or the mood. He really came in here and was the supportive friend that he is, so shout out to him, even though he is a Palantir puppet. Anyways, let's start the marathon.
Gonna have tinier now. You've only ever had me with gigantic state troopers. I've only been hanger steak.
It's going to be a whole new experience. And also, we didn't talk about that. I've been practicing my...
Where you pretend to be sad if I die. You're like, oh, your wife is dead.
What? What? No! 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 No!
She has cancer during this time. And he had the audacity to make a joke like this. Sociopath.
Tina's healing up, feeling better, and we're so excited to do a new episode. So make sure you tune in and check out our new guest. Of course, the great Duncan Trussell is back, and new Christina is here. So we will see you right there on YouTube. Check it out. New episode of Your Mom's House.
Like, this is the thing that gets me with Tom, is like he's making these skits and making his own wife the butt of the joke. This is like the quote unquote host that would have replaced Christina. Meanwhile, Christina was out with her cancer treatment. But he's making these skits degrading his wife publicly, not privately. And I'm not one also for degrading your wife privately either. But he's degrading his wife publicly with these skits and then okaying it after watching it, clicking send or having his team click send, knowing that this clip will get thousands, if not 1 million views, so that the entire world will see him degrading his wife. That's his sense of humor. Again, psychopath.
Tina died, what would your move be? Like, what would you do?
Enjoy my life? I don't know. Like,
I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
you get over it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd... No, I mean... you would...
All right, Tom, that's a red flag.
That's... I mean, look...
Now I see why you guys wanted that question.
there would...
He's not joking. He's not joking, dude. Tom is probably going to speak on this situation in maybe the next Two Bears, One Cave episode. And you know damn well he's going to play the cool card. You know, he's going to be like, it didn't work out. We tried, but, unfortunately.
I'm talking to the oncologist and the assistant, and she's like, how's your sister-in-law? And I was like, oh, she's great, because Jane was there for a lot of my cancer stuff, And she's like, a lot of people get divorced after cancer. And I was like, what? Really? I'm like, that's crazy. Why? And at the time, I really was like, that sounds really... And I think because it really changes, it rearranges you in such a way,
Whoa.
I don't know.
That is f***ing nut.
And I'm telling you, I know it after cancer. I had my awakening and everything. I was like, my life is about to f***ing change. Something is a brewing. This is a huge realignment.
Yeah.
And it is. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. I mean, these have probably been the darkest years. The last 3 years have been the darkest years of my life.
Here's what I think actually happened, okay? Let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section, but here's what I think happened. Tom was cheating on Christina for years. 4 years. She had to put up with it. She fought for this marriage, for her kids, her being a child of divorce, did not want to go through this again. She was suffering alone. But when she was diagnosed with cancer and she was going through the cancer treatment, Tom Segura was never there for her. And Christina, being in the dire situation that she was with the cancer, she had enough. She pushed back, and rightfully so. She was like, where the fuck is my husband? I'm sick of this. This motherfucker's not only not being there for me when I'm having going through my cancer treatment, he's also cheating on me. This probably caused a lot of arguments between them, and she couldn't look past the fact that he was not there for her during her cancer treatment. He was probably on tours, probably on doing his new skits or his movies or shows, whatever the hell, and she had enough. And she was like, you know what? This is it. I can only take so much abuse, emotional abuse. That's my take. Let me know what y'all think, if I'm wrong or right there. But yeah, man. Anyways, Christina's going to come out on top, dude. She's going to come out on top. And Tom Segura, Tom Segura, I don't know if he's going to join one of us being a quote unquote poor, but Tom Segura, man, this is why I believe in karma. What goes around comes around. Don't be a fucking dick. Treat everyone with respect. Because if you don't, karma's watching. Karma's watching. Anyways, take care, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Till next video. Peace, y'all.